a Milwaukee Fuel 9-inch grinder. Ooh. That's enough of that. Something's rubbing inside. Handy way to get under this. Take the handle apart, body, and go for the head. It's normally always the head. So what was that rubbing on? Rub it on something. The bearing's not gone. And it's rubbing down on here, look. So she's getting hot. Same old Milwaukee crack. Doesn't matter about the bearings on the armature. That armature is one piece. Bearings on the end of it, same as the tacho on the back. So I can't buy that piece there separately from the armature. That part's €100. Even the bearing at this end, can't buy it separate. Have to buy the whole head. Have to buy this whole head for that one bearing. No good. Same thing, motor and housing, all one piece. You can buy the switch separately, which is at least decent. And then the head then for the spindle. Bearing, you can buy them separate, that's not so bad. Nah, wouldn't be much bother about this thing either. It's good you can get that switch, but you should be able to buy the bearings separately from the rotor itself. That's useless. Especially that one there. So if your bearings go in this, you're not changing them, even if you can buy them separate, because of this tacho here. So the bearings may be bad. Well, not that bad. It's obviously something wrong if it's rubbing here. It's maybe a wee bit too free, but it doesn't matter. I can't change them. This here is your magnetic pickup for your speed control. Okay, this magnetic ring, it's basically a little magnet. And the Hall effect sensors down in here, 3 of them, underneath that white goo, pick up that magnet to control the speed. So how fast she's running. So she runs at a constant speed. That is just basically magnet material. It's as brittle as anything, and it's pressed on this brass ring. So if I put any clamps onto this to pull it off, that'll just break. It's too high a risk to take that off to change that bearing. If that part there costs €100. So basically, it's not worth changing the bearings on a 9-inch Milwaukee grinder. Not worth the risk anyway. That's going to be a standard bearing, and the one down in here will be a standard bearing. You can change that one handy enough, but you can't change this one. That's a balls. So the only thing I can do to see if I can quieten this down is to pack out the housing, which to be honest isn't all that solid. There's not much meat holding that bearing in. So she's rubbing here in this one. All I can do is to melt that plastic a little bit, make a couple of wee pock marks, pack out the bearing a little bit away from here. Just need a half a mil clearance. That'll quieten it down. All you can do is melt this. You can only pack it out. You can't even replace this housing, because that housing comes along with the motor. The stator, the wiring and the controller, all that there, that's all one piece. So that's 250 sterling if you wanted to replace that plastic housing there. Good old Milwaukee. So we'll melt that, see if it quietens it down. So I'll press the armature up this way and hopefully make it quieter. I'm also going to put a wee drop of blue Loctite onto that plastic housing as well, just to see if it helps it at all. Basically, all you can do with us is run it till it dies. There's no fixing this thing outside of warranty, basically. It's a bit better at least. So there you go. That's what you bought your Milwaukee repair. Because to be honest, there's no fixing them anyway. Same old crappy Milwaukee. That's just designed to be dumped the second anything goes wrong. A disposable tool, basically. That's what that is. Price so that you can't afford to replace any parts in it. Even the switch costs about 50 or 60 quid. Can't change the bearings in the motor. Once the bearings go, throw this away. That's a wee repair if you ever get stuck with it. Just pack out that housing a wee bit. That'll stop the rub on the motor, because if you leave that the way it is, it's going to cook the motor anyway. Well, Milwaukee is just one of the lowest quality tools you can buy nowadays. Parts inside are cheap quality, and they price everything and group everything together to make it too expensive to repair. So outside of warranty, if they break, you're dumping them. And people need to understand that before they buy it. Fair enough, if you're in America, you get a standard 5-year warranty. So you're getting this for 5 years. Decent enough that way. Here in Ireland, the UK, Europe, you get 1 year. That's it. You have to register to get a 3-year warranty, which nobody ever remembers to do. In most cases, it's 1 year warranty. You'll be lucky if these things last a year. Case in point, 2021. Things only just out of warranty.